Welcome, curious minds, to another extraordinary deep dive.
It's great to be exploring this.
Today we're embarking on a really captivating journey, taking us right back to the very dawn of existence.
To the beginning?
We're going to explore a vision of profound beauty, absolute perfection, and the immense potential that unfolded then. And critically, what boundless benefits humanity would have enjoyed, had they remained loyal.
That's the core question, isn't it? What was lost?
We've gathered insights from foundational texts, and our mission today is really to extract these surprising nuggets about that original perfect world and the blessings tied to, well, unwavering loyalty.
That's exactly right. Our deep dive today is focused on unpacking the profound implications of these texts. We're talking Genesis, related inspired writings, especially Ellen White's Patriarchs and Prophets.
Right.
And the goal isn't just listing facts, it's about truly grasping the intended state of things, appreciating the design, understanding what that pristine environment, that unblemished relationship with the Creator really meant for humanity's flourishing.
For our flourishing.
Exactly. We're looking at a blueprint for ideal existence and what it would have meant for, well, for your ancestors, for all of us.
Okay, let's start then. Let's explore the sheer, breathtaking scale of creation described in these sources.
It really is something.
It paints a picture of origins. Well, not of slow, gradual progression over eons, right?
Not at all.
But of powerful, instantaneous acts, bringing everything into being.
Genesis lays it out over literal 24-hour periods. It's systematic.
First light, then the firmament separating waters.
Yep, sky and sea.
Then dry land emerges, covered in plants. Then the sun, moon, stars.
Celestial bodies, yeah. Followed by fish and birds.
And finally, land animals, and as we'll get into, humanity. And after each stage, there's this declaration, everything that God had made was very good.
Not just good.
Right. Very good. It implies this absolute inherent flawlessness from the start.
It does.
And the sources really stress the effortless power behind it all. It wasn't laborious, not trial and error.
No struggle involved.
Psalm 33 puts it so powerfully. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made. For he spake, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast.
Just think about that. Creation by command. Spoken word.
Instantaneous authority.
Absolutely. And Psalm 104 reinforces this stability. He laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever.
So built to last. Enduring.
Exactly. And what's truly fascinating here, a core insight, is that absolute authority and effortless precision. It wasn't a struggle against chaos or some long evolutionary process.
Yeah.
It was an act of sovereign will, a command that instantly established order and stability.
That speed and power.
Yeah,
it speaks volumes.
It really does. It inherently underscores the flawless nature of everything that followed. If the origin is perfect,
the outcome has to be perfect too.
Precisely. It sets the stage for a world where every single element worked in complete harmony.
A perfectly designed system.
Yes. This deliberate, precise creation implies a world designed for optimal function, optimal flourishing, reflecting the Creator's intention. Loyalty would have meant perpetuating this perfect order, living in it. A world free from chaos, systemic flaws, any degradation. Imagine living where nothing ever breaks down, nothing malfunctions, everything just works perfectly forever. That's the foundation.
Okay, so building on that power, let's talk about the beauty, the sheer beauty that emerged.
Ah, yes, the aesthetics of perfection.
It was apparently so profound, it captivated even celestial beings. This is where it gets really interesting. Imagine a world completely unmarred, vibrant, pristine.
Untouched.
Our sources say even the angels, the hosts of heaven, were so taken by this brand new earth, they actually sang for joy.
Think about that. Beings used to heavenly glory, impressed by earth.
Exactly. It wasn't just pretty, it was perfection that even they admired. Ellen White describes it as free of any sign of imperfection.
No flaws whatsoever.
Perfect mountains, rivers, soil, no deserts, majestic plants. She flat out says everything was perfect.
Unequivocally perfect.
And this original state, the sources make this clear, it draws a really stark contrast with our reality now. Oh, absolutely.
They mention the existing decay of air quality and environmental decline.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Earth with zero pollution, no degradation?
It's hard to wrap your head around. No waste, no harmful impact.
Job 38 captures that cosmic celebration moment. Morning stars sang for joy. All the sons of God shouted for joy.
A universe rejoicing together.
Reveling in this perfect new world.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, it's not just pretty scenery.
Oh, it's functional.
It's about a world designed for optimal flourishing, total well-being for all inhabitants, a planet actively supporting life.
Right.
Which raises a key question. What does a perfect environment, admired even by angels, imply for human life within it?
What quality of life does that create?
Well, a perfectly crafted environment, no decay, suggests a symbiotic relationship. Nature actively supporting life, effortlessly, abundantly.
So the benefits?
They'd be endless, almost unimaginable. Perpetually clean, invigorating air.
Imagine breathing that. Pure water, flowing freely, untainted. Incredibly fertile land, bountiful food without hard toil, no pesticides. An environment that just promotes health and vitality constantly.
Nature as a partner.
Exactly. Imagine the mental, the emotional freedom. Living where the ground, the air is actively nurturing you, never harming you.
No climate anxiety, no fear of contaminant.
No worries about resources running out, just constant, effortless well-being built into your surroundings. That's the surprising nugget here.
So if they'd remain loyal...
Perpetual enjoyment. This pristine, supportive, self-sustaining environment. Freedom from scarcity, pollution, natural disasters, ecological crises. You'd be forever surrounded by ever-renewing beauty and abundance. No struggle needed. A world designed to serve life.
Okay, so we have this magnificent stage. Cosmic perfection, a pristine Earth. What about humanity specifically?
The pinnacle of the creation week.
Right. While the Earth was breathtaking with animals and birds, the sources single out the creation of man as the crowning work of the Creator.
A distinct place. Paramount.
Humanity wasn't just another part of nature. Ellen White makes a strong point here. She argues, man was not the origin of chance, formed from lower life forms over millions of years.
Direct creation.
Exactly. She says humanity was the direct result of God's creative act. Adam, though, formed from the dust, was called the Son of God.
That's a significant designation.
There's even a direct quote emphasizing this unique origin. The genealogy of our race traces back its origin not to a line of developing germs, but to the great Creator. Though formed from the dust, Adam was the Son of God.
That really elevates humanity's place, a direct lineage, a unique connection to the divine.
Setting us apart from the animal kingdom profoundly. It directly challenges certain modern ideas about evolution.
It presents it as singular, deliberate, humanity special, distinct from and above the rest of nature in this view.
So what does that unique creation mean?
Well, it underscores our special position, our purpose, being made in God's image, even if not the express image like Christ.
Right.
It implies a deeper connection, a capacity for moral reasoning, intellect, and this relationship of trust and delight with the Creator. Adam, as Son of God, here speaks to that unique origin and authority. A direct line almost.
Built on trust.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this unique relationship meant, as the source says, all of man's commitment and delight was directed to God, and he was loyal to him.
An inherent alignment.
A complete orientation towards the divine.
Yeah.
Every impulse towards harmony and purpose.
And the benefit of loyalty in that state.
Preserving that direct, unhindered, intimate relationship. Imagine constant, clear guidance. An unending sense of purpose, belonging.
Wow.
It transcends any earthly experience. Constant spiritual and intellectual growth, guided directly by the source of all knowledge. Perpetual spiritual vitality. Always in sync. Extraordinary peace.
Okay, so beyond unique origins, what about their physical state?
Ah, yes, Adam and Eve. Described as having perfect physical form and beauty. Aesthetically perfect, divine artistry.
But it wasn't just bodies. They were clothed with light and glory.
That's an amazing image.
A visible manifestation of their divine connection. A radiance. Ellen White says, literally, clothed with covering of light and glory, such as the angels wear.
Not metaphorical, tangible. A visible halo of innocence and purity.
And they had a role, too, right? Dominion.
Yes, a profound role. Man is God's representative, created to be served and loved by the lower creatures.
Not dominance through force, though.
No, Psalm 8 talks about benevolent dominion. Thou madest him to have dominion. Thou hast put all things under his feet. Like a caretaker.
Harmonious interaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that covering of light and glory is so symbolic. It speaks to inherent spiritual purity, innocence, that visible divine connection. It also implies a complete absence of shame or vulnerability.
Yeah.
Absolute comfort and security in their being. nothing to hide or fear.
So perfect physically, spiritually.
Coupled with that dominion, it means a life entirely free from disease, decay, fear of animals. Animals as loving companions, helpers, not threats.
Imagine eternal vitality and beauty, no sickness, aging, decay.
The benefit of loyalty here is huge. Sustaining that pristine, radiant state. Perpetual health, unchanging beauty, visible spiritual luminosity. And that harmonious, loving relationship with all creation. No conflicts, suffering, mortality burdens.
Think of the energy, the focus, the joy, always at your peak, never tiring, radiating health.
It's human existence fundamentally unburdened by the physical limits and anxieties we know.
It's interesting, though, even in that perfection, they weren't meant to be alone.
No, created as social beings.
The sources say Adam, observing animals with partners, felt a unique void. He was curious as to why he did not have a partner.
A fundamental human need for companionship even then.
Which led to Eve's creation.
Yes, a helpmeet. Explicitly equal and mutually supportive of him.
Bone of his bones and flesh of his flesh. A deep, inherent connection.
And this wasn't just a one-off. It was a divine blueprint for relationships.
Genesis providing the basis, like Ephesians 5 mentions about nourishing your own flesh.
Right. It elevates marriage from just a social construct to a divine institution. Honored.
The sources say God celebrated his establishment of marriage. Hebrews calls it honorable.
It's highlighted as one of the two key gifts from Eden, still relevant today, marriage and the Sabbath.
And Ellen White's description.
Beautiful. She proposes marriage as the basis of society's generation's happiness. She writes, when the divine principles are recognized, marriage is a blessing. It guards the purity and happiness of the race, provides for man's social needs, elevates the physical, the intellectual, and the moral nature.
So a cornerstone.
Of human purity, happiness, societal stability. Fulfilling social needs, elevating us holistically. Imagine a society built on that foundation.
Mutual respect, equality, unselfish love in every relationship.
The benefit of loyalty. Marriage remaining exactly as designed. Perpetual happiness, purity, mutual support, societal stability.
No discord, broken homes, loneliness.
None of the challenges relationships face today. A society built on unwavering love and unity, radiating from each perfect union. A world of peaceful, joyful families.
Okay, so they had perfection, abundance, companionship, but they were also given a specific place, right? Eden.
Yes, even though they lacked in nothing, God gave them the Garden of Eden.
Not a necessity, but a pure gift, with purpose embedded in it.
Right. Though there were no lack, God still gave them the Garden of Eden.
Adam had a job there.
His responsibility was caring for the plants and trees, an active, purposeful role, even in paradise.
And the tree of life was central.
Yes, prominent and glorified, right in the middle, signifying perpetual vitality, that connection to eternal life, the heart of their home.
What does gifting a garden like that signify?
It really shows God's abundant generosity and the inherent value of purposeful stewardship. It sets an example for our relationship with our environment, our dwelling.
How so?
Well, this natural garden dwelling was the model, promoting simplicity and beauty of nature as the ideal decoration, contrasting with grandiose and expensive edifices, woven with pride and mere ambition.
So a humble, nature-integrated lifestyle. Sustainable.
Exactly. Deeply connected to the earth, free from striving for material excess.
And if they'd stayed loyal,
they'd perpetuate that balanced, purposeful existence in an endlessly abundant natural home. Life sustained by the tree of life, immortality, vitality, living in perfect harmony with the environment.
Imagine the freedom from constantly wanting more. The peace of a simple, beautiful life where needs are met abundantly.
Allowing focus on higher pursuits, not material gain.
It's also interesting that even in paradise, there was work. Meaningful work.
Yes, the sources stress the dignity of labor, its importance for well-being.
It challenges our view of work as just a burden.
Definitely. Physical labor is presented as a means of preventing idleness that leads to sin, not a curse.
The source even mentions working-class happiness due to physical engagement, contrasting it with feeling looked down upon.
And Adam's labor is held up as an example of the blessing of physical labor, even for the wealthy. It's universal.
Redefining drudgery into something fulfilling.
It really does challenge our modern perceptions. It implies work, aligned with divine purpose, in harmony with nature, isn't a curse. It's a source of fulfillment, happiness, health.
Not just avoiding idleness.
No. Imagine the deep satisfaction of tending that garden, seeing your effort directly contribute to flourishing life. It's co-creative, engaging mind and body.
Fulfilling.
And beyond physical labor, they were also students.
Right, students of God's perfect creation.
Every element teemed with the perfection of God's touch. They were continuously enamored by the fascinations of God's intricate creation.
A life of continuous discovery, intellectual engagement, learning as delight.
So the benefit of loyalty here is huge. Continuous engagement with purposeful, fulfilling labor, free from drudgery, exploitation, stress, leading to robust health, profound happiness.
And alongside that,
Unending intellectual delight and growth. Studying God's boundless creation without limits, without frustration. Learning is pure joy, always expanding, always revealing new wonders, never saturated.
another striking image is the absolute harmony, not just humans and God.
But within all of creation itself. A remarkable vision, so different from our world.
The sources say all was peaceful for the first couple while there was no taint of sin.
And it extended beyond humans.
Yes. Even the animals enjoyed each other's company without an element of predator and prey.
Imagine that. A lion and a lamb.
Yeah.
Literally peaceful neighbors.
No fear, no brutal survival of the fittest. Cooperation, not competition. It suggests a fundamental difference in animal nature then.
This detail is crucial for grasping the intended state. A profound insight into the original design.
A world without fear, aggression, suffering, death.
Completely absent. A testament to the design where everything coexisted in tranquility and mutual respect. Absolute security, profound peace, universal trust.
Life lived in complete confidence, no threat from animals or other humans.
Imagine a child playing fearlessly with animals we consider dangerous. The whole fight-or-flight instinct. Maybe it just wasn't there like that.
Is a benefit of loyalty.
Perpetual peace and absolute security. Free from conflict, violence, fear, predation, unhindered exploration and enjoyment of all creation. An unbroken sense of safety and belonging in a perfectly harmonious world.
No need for defenses, no worry. Just expansive freedom and interconnected joy.
It's quite a picture.
Now, after all this creation, God rested, the seventh day.
Yes, but importantly, not out of weariness.
Right. The sources say he rested not as one weary, but as well pleased with his accomplishments. Contentment, satisfaction.
A model for us.
And the purpose was intentional. God sanctified the Sabbath for man, setting the example for us to rest too.
A means of reflecting, acknowledging the Creator. A pause built into the rhythm of existence.
A weekly reorientation, shifting focus from creation to creator.
And it's not just a day off work. It's a sacred rhythm, a principle of rest and reflection woven into creation itself.
What does that reveal about God's intent for well-being, even in a perfect world?
Well, the Sabbath was enshrined in the garden by blessing it. A gift to Adam and descendants. A reminder that God is creator. And Ellen White emphasizes its universality. There was nothing in it shadowy or of restricted application to any people. A universal principle for all time.
To prevent complacency, foster gratitude.
Exactly. True rest isn't just stopping activity, it's spiritual realignment, conscious connection.
So the benefit of loyalty to this?
Regular, divinely ordained rest that nourishes the soul, fosters deep gratitude, deepens the relationship with the Creator. A weekly sanctuary from self-interest, a moment for cosmic perspective.
Letting the soul catch up with the blessings.
Precisely.
So more than physical rest, it was a weekly invitation to connect, pause, appreciate the source of all the beauty and goodness.
Yes, the sources say it was given as a means of calling man away from self-interest for at least a day, to spend time reflecting on God's goodness and to embrace gratitude.
Specifically designed to call man's attention to God's creative power. Like Psalm 19 says, the heavens declare the glory of God.
And the firmament showeth his handiwork. Ellen White adds, the Sabbath bids men open the great book of nature and trace therein the wisdom, the power, and the love of the Creator.
A weekly study session using nature as the textbook.
That regular, intentional pause for reflection is vital. For perspective, appreciation, even imperfection. True well-being isn't just doing, it's contemplating and connecting.
Preventing spiritual drift, fostering humility, staying grounded in gratitude.
Ensuring perfection isn't taken for granted, but continually celebrated. Maintaining that vibrant, conscious relationship.
So the ultimate benefit of loyalty here.
Uninterrupted, joyous communion with the Creator through reflecting on His works, leading to ever-deepening wisdom, profound peace, unending appreciation, perpetual spiritual vitality.
Like recharging your spiritual battery every week, deepening purpose and joy. But despite all this perfection, all this abundance, They weren't beyond failure.
No, this is a critical point. They faced a choice.
A powerful choice. A foundational test of their loyalty and love, defining their freedom. The sources say they were perfect beings, but they were not beyond the failure.
The test.
God tested their loyalty by forbidding them from eating of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Not arbitrary, but a specific test of the obedience, faith, and love of our parents.
And they were free to choose.
Absolutely. Free moral agents. True autonomy. It was their privilege to honor this test and enjoy eternal favor with God. Not a rigged game, a genuine choice.
And this is so profound. The presence of a test, the freedom to choose, refutes any idea of a coercive creator.
Right.
It affirms that genuine love requires free will. True loyalty is chosen, not enforced or programmed.
They were subject to God's law.
Yes, as a condition of existence under his governance.
Hmm.
But critically, God never made them like machines having an inability to break the laws.
That's crucial.
It ensures God's justice isn't arbitrary. It refutes, as the source notes, Satan's charge that God was arbitrary. They weren't created with evil tendencies, only required perfect obedience for eternal access to the tree of life.
So upholding loyalty.
Would have demonstrated their appreciation, trust, love. This conscious choice secures eternal life via the tree of life, an unblemished, deepening relationship with God, validating their freedom and God's righteous governance.
A choice for eternal, unhindered life in perfection.
A testament to their free will and God's just design.
Yeah.
Having absolute clarity on expectations, knowing your free choice guaranteed unending blessings.
So what was the ultimate reward, the continuous benefit for staying loyal? It wasn't just maintaining things, right?
Not just status quo. It was an ever-expanding, exhilarating experience of goodness.
The sources say as long as they were committed to obeying God, they would increasingly experience more of his goodness.
Increasingly, not just maintenance, but active, ongoing enrichment. A journey of discovery.
This is maybe the most profound benefit. Paradise not as static utopia,
but dynamic growth, continuous discovery, ever-deepening understanding, reflecting the Creator's infinite nature. Ellen White puts it beautifully.
What did you say?
They would be constantly gaining new treasures of knowledge, discovering fresh springs of happiness, and obtaining clearer and yet clearer conceptions of the immeasurable, unfailing love of God.
Wow. New treasures of knowledge, fresh springs of happiness.
Loyalty wasn't a restriction. It was a gateway to boundless expansion, mind, heart, spirit. Progressive enlightenment, infinite capacity for joy, understanding, development, no limits, no getting tired of it.
Benefits beyond material, intellectual, emotional, spiritual, always unfolding.
Imagine an existence where boredom is impossible. Every day a new revelation, deeper connection, more profound joy and love.
Continuous progress in knowledge, happiness, understanding God's love.
Leading to an eternal, joyful existence of perpetual learning, profound appreciation. A never-ending journey into divine wisdom and benevolence. Eternal flourishing beyond our wildest dreams.
We've certainly journeyed through a remarkable vision today. A perfectly crafted world for perfect beings.
And those incredible benefits inherent in the original design.
Beauty, purpose. All hinged on that simple, powerful choice for loyalty. A grand plan for absolute flourishing.
And this deep dive, it does more than show what was or could have been. It makes us think about divine design, human agency.
The implications of loyalty versus disloyalty.
For individuals, for societies. It's a blueprint, reminding us of the potential in aligning with a perfect creator.
So, as we wrap up, what stands out to you from exploring this original beauty, these benefits of loyalty? What might it suggest about finding true flourishing, even in our very different world today? How do these ancient texts resonate with our deepest desires for peace, purpose, connection? Something to ponder.